Today's story has drawn attention both inside and outside Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, appeared in court again, and this time his words sparked a new wave of discussion across the country. During the proceedings, Kanu raised his voice and said something that made everyone in the courtroom fall silent. He declared, "If Nigeria refuses to free me, the United States government will release me." That statement immediately sent shockwaves through the room. Journalists, observers, and even the legal representatives present were surprised. The judge had to pause the session for a few seconds as murmurs filled the air. Kanu, dressed in his usual white outfit, looked calm but determined. His tone was strong and his message was clear. He believes that justice has been delayed for too long. Before I continue, please take one quick moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us bring you verified, well-explained stories like this one without any bias or confusion. Now back to the matter. The court session was one of the most intense hearings so far in his long-running trial. The judge reminded Kanu that this sitting was meant for him to open his defense. He was told clearly that if he refused to start his defense now, the court might close that opportunity and the case would proceed without his side being heard. That's a very serious warning because once a defendant loses the right to present a defense, the case can quickly move to judgment. But Kanu stood his ground. He told the court he preferred to represent himself and that he did not fully trust the way his legal team had handled the process. According to reports from the courtroom, some of his lawyers even asked to withdraw from the case entirely. That moment created a sense of confusion and uncertainty, both inside the courtroom and among his supporters outside. Now, to understand how big this situation is, we have to remember how long it has lasted. This case started back in 2015 when Kanu was first arrested and accused of treason and terrorism-related offenses. He was later granted bail, left the country, and was rearrested in 2021 after being extradited back to Nigeria. Since then, several court hearings have taken place, but the case has continued to face delays, adjournments, and disputes between both legal teams. As soon as Kanu made that statement about the United States, social media lit up immediately. Within minutes, videos began circulating claiming that the US government had intervened and ordered his release. Some of those clips even used computer-generated voices to make them sound like official news. However, there has been no verified confirmation from any official US government source, embassy statement, or recognized news agency. Let me make this very clear to everyone watching. As of now, there is no evidence that the United States has issued any statement demanding Nnamdi Kanu's release. Those viral videos and posts going around are likely edited or completely fake. So before you share anything you see online, take a moment to verify. In this digital age, false information spreads faster than truth, and it can cause unnecessary panic and tension. If you appreciate that kind of clarity, please like this video right now and subscribe so you always get the truth, not rumors. Now, let's return to the story. The courtroom was filled with both silence and tension as the judge addressed Kanu. Observers said he appeared tired but confident. He repeated his claim that he has been unjustly detained and that international law was on his side. His supporters outside the courtroom cheered loudly when they heard that he spoke boldly again. Security operatives had to increase control to prevent the crowd from getting too emotional. But beyond the noise and reactions, this case has become more than just about one man. It represents deeper questions about Nigeria's unity, the rule of law, and the handling of political dissent. For many people in the southeast region, Kanu's continued detention feels like injustice. For others across the country, it is seen as a test of national security and the country's ability to handle separatist agitation legally. This is why the government must tread carefully. Every decision made by the court sends a message, either that the law is fair and transparent or that it can be influenced by politics. And that perception matters not only inside Nigeria, but also internationally. Now let's look at what could happen next. If Kanu continues to refuse to open his defense, the judge may decide to move forward based only on the evidence presented by the prosecution. That means the final judgment might be made without hearing his side of the story. On the other hand, if he decides to open his defense at the next hearing, it could extend the case further, giving him a chance to call witnesses and prove his claims. Either way, the next sitting will be crucial. For those who have been following this story closely, you'll know that every time Nnamdi Kanu appears in court, it sparks a wave of reactions both online and offline. From radio discussions to Twitter spaces, Nigerians are deeply divided over what should happen next. Some say the government should consider political dialogue and negotiation, while others insist the legal process must continue to its conclusion. But whichever side you are on, one thing is certain. Everyone wants this case to reach a fair and clear end. People are tired of delays and confusion. Justice delayed, they say, is justice denied. If you're still watching, please take 2 seconds to click like and subscribe to the channel. It helps this platform grow and keeps you informed with balanced and calm updates. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. The mention of America by Kanu may not literally mean that the United States will step into Nigeria's internal court process. It might have been his way of expressing frustration or trying to call international attention to his case. And you can't deny that it worked, because once those words hit social media, it became one of the top trending discussions in the country. People started debating whether international governments have any power to interfere in Nigerian legal matters. The truth is that they don't, unless the Nigerian government itself violates international law or human rights treaties it has agreed to. At most, foreign governments can comment, express concern, or call for fair trials, but they cannot order Nigeria's courts to release anyone. Still, the way this issue went viral shows how easily public opinion can be shaped by emotion. That's why journalists and responsible media outlets need to keep reminding everyone to focus on facts, not emotions. Outside the courthouse, many of Kanu's supporters were seen waving flags and chanting. Some said they just want him freed so peace can return to the region. Others said they want a chance to hear him speak freely again. Meanwhile, government supporters argue that national unity and law enforcement must come first. This tension between law and emotion is something Nigeria keeps struggling with. And until there is transparency and fairness in cases like these, people will continue to take sides based on what they believe, not on what is proven. At this point, it's important for everyone, especially young people who spend a lot of time online, to be careful with the content they consume. Many of the most popular posts about this story are designed to get clicks, not to tell the truth. So before you share, pause and think, did this come from a credible news source? Has any official confirmed it? If you agree that we need more true and less misinformation, please hit the like button right now and subscribe. Your small click helps us fight misinformation with facts. Back to the courtroom scene. After all the heated moments, the judge decided to adjourn the hearing. The next sitting will determine whether Kanu finally opens his defense or not. The atmosphere outside the court remained calm but tense. Security agencies were on high alert to prevent any form of unrest. Many of his followers stood around, discussing and arguing about what might happen next. It's clear that this story is not ending soon. And as each hearing comes, new twists appear. But no matter how emotional it gets, we all have to remember one thing. Nigeria is still a country governed by laws. And until the court gives its final judgment, everyone must allow the process to continue peacefully. Now let me leave you with this thought. Beyond politics and opinion, this story reminds us of something important. Justice must not only be done, it must be seen to be done. Whether you support Kanu or not, everyone deserves a fair hearing and transparent judgment. That's what keeps a country strong and united. If you've watched until this point, thank you. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe so that you'll be among the first to know when new verified updates come out. I'll keep following this story closely and bring you updates as soon as anything new happens in court or from official sources. Until then, stay informed, stay calm, and don't let fake news mislead you. Thank you for watching.